While some homeowners may never be a city council member or a real estate developer, all homeowners have a vision. They see the property of their dreams. They want certain space for themselves and their family, or they might be purchasing land or renovating a home for an investment property. Everyone would love to find that perfect house or building at the right price in the right neighborhood. The fact is, it rarely exists. It's in this sense that we'll introduce the concept of highest and best use. Let's look at the definition used by real estate professionals. According to the Appraisal Institute, highest and best use in property valuation is, quote, the reasonably probable and legal use of vacant land or an improved property which is physically possible, appropriately supported, financially feasible, and that results in the highest value, end quote. Let's look at the 4 requirements laid out by the Appraisal Institute. Physically possible, legally permissible, financially feasible, and maximally productive. Start by considering whether a project is physically possible. Is the size of the project feasible within the physical constraints of the property under consideration? Or is a property vacant or already built on? A vacant property can have more potential and might be better than a property that requires tearing a structure down, cleaning it up, and building again. Or perhaps the project might be easier and quicker by repurposing an already existing building. Of course, this is contingent on the legal regulations of the property. Things like permitting, zoning, and other local regulations can kill a project if it's not deemed legally permissible. And trying to overcome legal obstacles can often be a financial deterrent. This brings us to the 3rd requirement, financial feasibility. Whether renovating a building or developing vacant land, the involved parties need to evaluate whether they have finances to cover the initial cost. If not, they need to weigh the initial investment, including any loan amount, against the potential value the new building can have once built, something that is often directly related to specific location. This naturally brings us to the last point, which is maximum productivity. Maximum productivity is difficult to factor in because it's the area most influenced by creativity and will change over time, evolving to serve the community or owners more and better in different ways. Let's look at an example. Picture a town that's developed over the decades. A factory building that has stood for years on mixed zoning land is under consideration for redevelopment, having recently been purchased by the city. The building, which once provided 400 jobs at a reasonable distance outside of town, now causes excessive traffic and occupies more space than needed for those who currently work there. The city budget has ruled out tearing down the building. However, renovation of the building and its large parking lot are financially feasible. So far, 3 proposals are on the table. The first possibility is that it could be turned into a retail establishment like a mall, providing a moderate number of relatively low-paying retail jobs. It could support local businesses by being centrally located, but would retain the issues related to parking and traffic. A second option would be for a mixed use of retail and office space. This would create some traffic but fewer parking considerations, providing a few lower-paying retail jobs, but also some better-paying jobs as well. There would be the added benefit of convenient local office space for local residents. The third option might be a mixed residential office building, with professional office space on the first level and multiple residences above. This might mean that part of the parking lot wouldn't be needed and could be turned into a park-like area. This has a better possibility for enhancing the local economy without major parking, traffic, or environmental issues. Depending on final details, the latter of these proposals appears to provide the highest and best possibilities for the property with a balance of convenience, economics, and environment. What do you think? Remember, highest and best use will need to be physically possible, legally permissible, financially feasible, and maximally productive. These are not static, though, and can change over time as areas develop.